This is my sourdough starter, and I left it for 2 months without feeding it, so it become watery on top. It still smell okay. It smell good. It's not rancid or anything. I'm going to mix it up, like using a chopstick or something to stir it up. And then smell it to see if it's still good. If it's still good, I'm gonna just take 30 grams of it, transfer it to a new jar, and then add 30 grams of water and 30 grams of flour and leave it outside for around 8 to 12 hours. Once that's done, I'm gonna just see if it rises again. So the yeast is gonna be active, and I'm gonna just take the 30 grams from that and then start feeding it again. After feeding for a few days, then I'm gonna put it back in the fridge. I'm gonna just measure 30 grams from this. That's a little bit too much, but that's okay. 32, 32, 32. $23, $27, $28, $32 right there. Just make sure it's 32, not 31 and 33. There you go. So I'm gonna mix this up, and I'm gonna leave it outside, room temperature. Just cover the lid. Just cover it gently, not too tight, for about 8 to 12 hours, and then check on it and see if it rises. And the remaining unused portion of 60 grams, I'll just discard it. After about 5 hours, I noticed that there are a lot of bubbles forming. So that means it's still alive. So I'm gonna keep it outside for another 5 to 7 hours, and then we're gonna feed it again. It's not rising that much. This morning it was this much, and then still this much. But we'll see. So after the first feeding, after 12 hours, I see some bubbles, but it did not rise that much. So it is because the starter is sitting in the fridge for so long, and it takes a lot of time to wake up. So right now I'm gonna discard 2/3 and leave 1/3. I'm gonna feed it again for the next 12 hours, and hopefully that will rise a little bit more. There's not much rise at all. It's just same size as before, but the fact that it has some bubble is a good sign. So this is after the second time I've fed the starter. This is another 12 hours, and I can see that it's grown substantially more, and inside it has a lot of bubbles. which is a good thing. So I can see that it's double in size. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feed it another time, like a third time, and leave it for another 12 hours. I'm gonna just take 30 gram of this starter, and then put 30 gram of water and 30 gram of flour, and leave it for another 12 hours. That's gonna be the third time. And just to activate the yeast completely. So this is the third time I fed it. I'm gonna leave it for another 12 hours somewhere warm, like on top of the fridge. And I'm gonna update the status again.